IE graduating students, family and friends of graduates, faculty, deans, staff and administrators, hello, and welcome to IE's graduation ceremony for the class of 2021 on this grand 23rd day of July. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Allison Rowe, and it is an honor for me to be your host today for this special occasion that marks your transition from students to our talented and diverse family of IE alumni. To our graduates, I see the IE spirit is alive and healthy here. Hello, everybody. Woohoo! We've got IE Law School, IE Business School, GPA, HST, and the School of Architecture and Design. And I'm so happy to see so many of you wearing your caps. Perhaps even some of you are using the earpods that we sent to you. And I see some of you even with your families. So exciting. I even see, actually, some of you wearing the hoodies, which makes me think either you've got the AC on really high, or perhaps you're in the southern hemisphere and it's rather chilly outside where you are. Yep, I see you over there. Also, feel free to post pictures and shout outs on social media using hashtag #IEGraduation. Today, graduates, today is your day to shine, to be proud of yourselves and to accept the admiration of and congratulations from your loved ones and peers, and from us, your IE family. We have prepared for you a dynamic ceremony to celebrate your diversity, grit, and accomplishments. And we are here right now, connected with all of you, regardless of where you are in the world, to celebrate. You are now IE alumni. In reaching this milestone, there is definitely reason to celebrate, and I'm sure that you have been celebrating or will be this weekend. But if I may be so bold to say, with this milestone also comes responsibility. It is my hope that you will now go out into the world and apply and build upon all that you have learned and developed while studying your degree and participating in activities and clubs beyond the classroom. You are sure to have made lifelong friends through what most likely were the best of times and also some of the most challenging. Hold on to those friendships, lean on each other, regardless of where you are located geographically, and keep inspiring yourselves to do better and to be better. You will have learned that you are capable of doing more than you thought. Perhaps you even surprised yourselves with your abilities and your perseverance. We are living through an intense, prolonged period of uncertainty, and you are excelling. You are the IE class of 2021. You've made it. But your journey is not over. Now you will go out into the real world and you will be put to the test, and you will do well. Don't forget to challenge yourselves to step outside of your comfort zones and keep learning and growing. And don't forget that IE is your home. Some of my most rewarding relationships and interactions continue to come from students who are now alumni. You are valuable. You are valuable to your friends and to your families, and you are valuable to your future employers and to your future employees. You are valuable to society. You are in a position to make a positive impact on those around you. Don't miss any opportunity to do so. You have been immersed in a community whose values are infused in all aspects of our community. And it's even possible that those are what attracted you to IE in the first place. I hope you will do your part to uphold those values and to instill them among those with whom you connect, work, and influence. No pressure, class of 2021, but we have high expectations for you because you have proven you are ready and capable to tackle the world head on, regardless of whatever unprecedented global context is thrown at you. Your learning does not stop here upon completion of your degree. Learning is a continuous cycle. Never stop learning. Never stop being curious and seeking to learn more and more. Share your learnings with others and apply what you learn to make this world a better place. And without further ado, it is now my pleasure to pass the floor to a person who needs no introduction to any of you, our esteemed president, Santiago Iniguez.
Thank you, Alison. President of IE, Rector and Vice President of IE University, Deans of IE University Business Schools, members of IE University community, dear students, families, and friends, I would like to convey, on behalf of the entire IE University community, my warmest congratulations to you all. But by now, you all know that you didn't do this alone. So allow me to express our heartfelt thanks and all our gratitude to your loving family members and dear friends. To all of them, a big virtual applause now. Let me mention the many different things that you have actually learned over your program. By now, you have become much more employable. You have polished your personal and professional skills, and you have learned lots of different things. But most of all, you have become much better citizens. You realize about IE University's culture, our passion for diversity, and respecting each other as we respect ourselves. You also learn how to become more entrepreneurial and more innovative, and you realize that technologies are not a foe but a friend. And on your way, you also became more respectful towards sustainability. And of course, you became much better human beings, given that you cultivated the humanities. Allow me also to express at this time my gratitude to all the members in our faculty and the staff who over the past year during the pandemic have stretched themselves and doubled their classes and made a tremendous effort. I would also like to make a special mention to our founder, Diego del Alcázar Silvela, as well as to our vice president for their vision and for their commitment to our institution. You all realize that IE University is a young institution, but over the years, it has achieved top positions. For example, this year, Times Higher Education recognized our institution as one of the top 25 universities worldwide in terms of innovation and employability. And the reason behind this success is the quality of our faculty and our staff, but of course you sitting out there and listening to this broadcast from your homes or maybe from IE campus, and those who have preceded you over the years. I would like to express our gratitude for being part of this family of IE University. But let me now, as president of IE University, to ask each of you at least two requests. The first one is that your professional and personal behavior in the future adheres to the same standards of excellence that you have shown over your program. The world expects lots of things about you. You are called on to become the architects of the future global society in the fields of business, architecture and design, law, the sciences, and public administration. So we expect lots of things of you. My second request is that you stay connected and come to IE University from time to time. You probably know that we are about to open our new campus, the IE Tower in downtown Madrid, which will be inaugurated in October this year. You're all invited to come to this campus and enjoy the facilities that have nothing to envy the other top universities worldwide. But of course, we will also run our activities in the fabulous campus of Segovia and our master's degree programs on the María de Molina campus. In finishing my words, what I would like is to wish you all the best, to wish you luck, to wish you happiness, to wish that you success and that you fulfill your dreams. Please come to us and tell us how we can actually help you on your endeavors. You are called on, as I was saying, to do lots of things. IE University class of 2021, congratulations and thank you. And I will now hand over again to Alison, who's doing an excellent job conducting this ceremony. And by the way, the guy with the pink hair, please don't change the color of your hair. Thank you.
Thank you, Santiago, for your inspiring words. And now I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Carolina Barco. Carolina is a remarkable person with an absolutely amazing background, so full of accomplishments that I could be here all day singing her praises. She is a Colombian-American diplomat who has served as Minister of Foreign Affairs of Colombia, Ambassador of Colombia to the United States, and also Ambassador of Colombia to Spain. She is a graduate of Wellesley College and Harvard University, and she is also an IE alumna, as she did her executive MBA at IE Business School. I am thrilled to pass the floor to Her Excellency, Carolina Barco, who is connecting with us from Washington, D.C.
Dear graduates of 2021, I am honored to be with you today to celebrate your graduation, to celebrate your years of commitment and hard work. Today is a day to rejoice, to share your happiness and gratitude with your family, friends, teachers, and advisors, all of whom were an integral part of the IE University experience. Your class is special and has developed additional skills this year, as you had to overcome a difficult hurdle. You have gained the knowledge and insight that comes from our collective experience of living through this time of uncertainty and pain, and the realization that nobody was exempt from the COVID pandemic. As Ambassador of Colombia to the Kingdom of Spain in 2019 and 2020, I shared with those of you who were in Madrid the very strict quarantine and the difficult decisions that were adopted as the world learned about COVID. We observed the heartbreaking life and death decisions of doctors and health providers, and the difficult trade-off between health and work as governments defined public policies. During this pandemic, we were made aware of our interconnectedness as COVID spread speedily across the world, and yet, the fact that personal contact and travel was so restricted also drove home the importance of personal relationships and how we relate to our families and our communities. We learned about our personal responsibility to care for others by caring for ourselves, with masks, social distancing, and vaccines. We also became more aware of the need to address the inequalities in our societies with respect to access to technology, to health, to education, and to work, just to name a few areas. These are lessons we must remember as we move forward, and which will make our lives and work more meaningful and our communities and societies much stronger. This invitation to talk with you today is very special for me, as I too am a graduate from the IE University. I obtained an executive MBA degree more than 30 years ago, when Spain was undergoing a transformational and exciting time. I arrived in December 1979, a time of great hope and innovation in Spain, of transition from the Franco era to a new era of democracy under a parliamentary monarchy. Spain started its path towards integration with Europe and participation as a world-class leader with close affinity to Latin America and a special role to play. As you know, IE University was founded in 1973 and exemplifies the openness of the transition in Spain. As we look at IE University today, with more than 60,000 alumni from 165 countries, and multiple areas of study, we see an outstanding example of accomplishment and continued change in search of excellence and a better future, as that experienced by Spain during this time. A reason for great pride among its founders, alumni, and all of those associated with the university, and a responsibility to continue looking forward. As I was considering lessons that I might share with you today, my thoughts turned to my father, Virgilio Barco, who was a great inspiration to me and lived through very demanding times. He dedicated his whole life to serving Colombia and believed that public service is the cornerstone of our societies and an honorable undertaking. My father was the mayor of Bogotá when I was graduating from high school, which motivated me to study city planning at Harvard University. After finishing, I lived in Caracas and worked in the urban planning office of that once thriving city. From Venezuela, I moved to Spain in 1979. Although I was inspired by public service, I understood that studying business administration would provide me with critical insights and perspectives that would make me a better public servant, in particular by bringing innovation and entrepreneurship to solving problems. In 1985, I left Madrid to accompany my father, Virgilio Barco, during his presidential campaign. He won and was president from 1986 to 1990. This was the time of Pablo Escobar. My father had wanted to focus his government on fighting poverty, and his principal campaign program was Lucha contra la pobreza absoluta, fight against extreme poverty. But he immediately changed the emphasis as the drug mafia sought to threaten Colombia's democracy and terrorize Colombians into submission. Drug traffickers were not afraid of apprehension in Colombia, but were terrified of being extradited to the US. My father found an 1888 US-Colombian extradition treaty, which gave him the authority to sign the order to send the leaders to be jailed in the US. When asked if he was worried for his life or that of his family because of the extraditions, he always answered without a pause, "This is what I have to do." From his example and firm actions, I learned courage. Courage to face difficult or threatening decisions. We all have opportunities to take a difficult stance and to make a difference. I encourage you to accept these challenges and face them with determination and perseverance. Afterwards, I worked in various ministries until Enrique Peñalosa, Bogotá's mayor, named me the head of the Bogotá Urban Planning Office in 1997. It was my chance to carry out my dream of building a city with greater opportunities for all, as the planning office was in charge not only of urban, but social and economic development. With Mayor Enrique Peñalosa and then Mayor Antanas Mocus, we worked on making Bogotá an international city. My business background was critical to this work. In May 2002, when Álvaro Uribe was elected president of Colombia, he asked me to be his foreign minister so that I could continue my work to change the international reality not only for Bogotá, but of Colombia. Although I was surprised to be chosen, I was committed to working for my country, and what greater honor than to represent Colombia before the world. Did I have the knowledge of specific treaties and programs? No. But I had run large institutions, led multidisciplinary teams, and worked on new and difficult tasks. I accepted because I am convinced that thorough preparation, respect for experience, in this case for the outstanding career diplomats of the Colombian Foreign Ministry, and commitment to teamwork are the keys to assuming and accomplishing formidable tasks. What do I mean by thorough preparation? There is a famous Henry Kissinger story in which he asks an advisor to prepare a brief. When the advisor brings the report, he asks, "Is this the best you can do?" The advisor then says he will work on the brief some more. This occurs several times until the advisor says, "This is the best I can do." At that moment, Secretary Kissinger says, "Now I will read it." Preparing thoroughly for every single meeting is also my golden rule. I would have my team prepare the documents which were to be discussed in each meeting a few days in advance, so that when I got up at 4 o'clock every morning to review and correct or complement the talking points, I would have a few days of leeway to make adjustments or advance the tasks. I prepare until I feel it is not possible to be more prepared. I also expect the same thoroughness and attention to detail from my team. I always seek to lead by example. Given my experience, I would encourage you to be willing to take an informed leap of faith in your capacity to respond to a new challenge. Then prepare for every task. Listen and lead. After 4 years as foreign minister, President Uribe asked me to go to the US as ambassador. My main task was to work with Congress to see if they would approve the US-Colombia Free Trade Agreement, which had taken 3 years to negotiate. Approval was difficult due to organized labor's opposition to trade agreements. I was the first woman ambassador from Colombia to Washington because there was a perception that Washington was a man's world. But times had changed, and my counterparts as foreign ministers were Condoleezza Rice, then Hillary Clinton, and Nancy Pelosi was the Speaker of the House. But what was fundamental to the free trade agreements ultimately getting approved was the teamwork, the hard work, more than 1,600 meetings with members of Congress, and persistence. I was not successful in getting the agreement passed during my 4 years. It passed 2 years later. When I saw the representatives and senators with whom I had met so many times come up to vote, I knew our hard work, my team's and the Colombian government's hard work, had played an important part. You will be faced with many challenges as you progress along your career path and will encounter twists and turns as I have. Dare to be open to different options. Analyze new propositions. Study ways to strengthen your capabilities. Search for good teams to work with. And find ways to serve others. Service to one's community or country, be it from the private or public sector, is a fulfilling undertaking. I urge you to put the practical skills and global perspective you have learned at IE University to work and help to create a more sustainable, equitable, and caring world. As said by Walt Whitman in Leaves of Grass, "Not I, nor anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it by yourself. It is not far, it is within reach." Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, for your words of inspiration for your fellow alumni. It is now a great honor for me to welcome back to IE another alumna who also espouses IE's values. Caroline Martin graduated from IE Business School's IMBA this past December. Caroline and her team won last semester's Venture Lab Award with their startup, Declo, and she is here today to introduce the finalists and name the winner of this year's IE Venture Lab Award. Welcome, Caroline, and thanks for coming back.
Thank you, Allison. It's such an honor to be here today. Hi, everyone. So we're here to reward the final winner for Venture Lab after the months of hard work you've all put into your business ideas. But before we do so, I've been told I have exactly 3 minutes with you, so I'm going to ask you to reflect what actually constitutes a business. What are the items that make a business, if we were to list them? If you Google this, or if you do an MBA, you'll learn different things. Your finance professor might say it's the assets filed under the company name, like the cash, the inventory, the property, the patents. I did listen in finance class. Or if you have a legal background, you might say it's the structure that makes the entity. It needs to be recognized on paper as a corporation or a limited liability company. But I like this definition best, that a business is the repeated and organized, consistent and directed action of individuals choosing to work towards the same goal, usually of selling or producing goods and services. This definition makes intuitive sense to me. If we think about the biggest, most asset-rich and stable companies today, let's say Amazon or Google, what would happen if no one comes into work for 1 day? And if no one comes into work for a week? I'm very confident that without its people, any business will fall. So it's each of these small, repeated actions that consistently add up to make something bigger than the sum of its parts. All of you who participated in Venture Lab have taken what could have stayed as just a dream, an idea, or a conversation, and you worked hard with repeated, consistent action to make it into a functional, real-life business. It starts with just one person or a small group of people who show up to work, all working towards the same goal, and eventually, hopefully, convincing other people to show up too. So yes, we're here today to reward a winner for Venture Lab. And don't worry, I'm not going to stand here and give you the "we are all winners" speech. But I do strongly believe that no one can tell you what does or doesn't make your business viable if you keep showing up. What might not be viable today can be viable tomorrow, and vice versa. So keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and please don't give up on your ideas. Nurture them. On that note, I'm going to take you through the amazing selection we have for this Venture Lab class. So starting with Gundo. Gundo is a platform embedded in the online grocery shopping experience. They provide a scoring and recommendation system. And as an avid foodie myself, I'm wishing you the best of luck, Gundo. Roble Academy is your go-to mobile app for healthy aging. And I'm not talking about fewer wrinkles, I'm talking about the real important stuff. Cognitive and physical daily training, well-being suggestions, social activities. Next, Ride. Ride is helping all of us and our grandkids by creating a better, greener future. Ride provides more sustainable urban transport by professionally refurbishing used electric scooters. So think of them next time you hop on a Lime. Wanna. Wanna offers monthly subscriptions for you to order your lunch from nearby restaurants for just €6. With Wanna, you save time, you save money, you save your diet, so I highly recommend you try them out. Toothfinder is the platform for dental professionals to improve the supply chain and drive collaboration in this dental sector. Refuge Skateboards is the thing I wish existed when I was skateboarding to school. Refuge's zero-waste, sustainable skateboards transform what could be just a fun activity into actually an ethical one. Lazar produces and sells premium, high-quality vegetables. They do this with a robotically operated, AI-controlled vertical hydroponic farm. Lazar produces zero waste, zero pollution, uses no pesticides, and the food is grown where it's eaten or bought. Pretty amazing. Safety In is driven by a mission to increase female safety in cars. Safety In saves the lives of female drivers and passengers through a seatbelt add-on. Thank you for your important work, Safety In. Addictic is an app, a tool and a hub that democratizes access to jobs in the fashion industry. It helps its users to succeed in what we all know to be a very competitive world. Black Milk, aside from having a very cool name, is a marketplace for memes. Using NFT technology, which means blockchain, by the way, Black Milk allows people to create, buy, and sell memes using cryptocurrency. Candid Tales is a pet wellness company. They offer an all-natural CBD product made specifically to help your pets, your dogs, your cats, your rabbits, your horses, to relieve their physical ailments, things like anxiety, arthritis, epilepsy, and more. And finally, Bonds. Bonds helps the elderly to stay connected with their family members by facilitating deeper and more meaningful engagements across generations. So, now that we have our finalists reunited, hi everyone. I am so proud to announce, and it's my honor to say, that this year's Venture Lab winner is Ride. Hi Eric, Sartaj, how are you? Could you share a few words?
Hi, yeah. How are you? Obviously, thanks a lot for the award. Huge honor, of course, and all the months of hard work that have gone into this project, paying off. But I think more than anything, I want to say thanks to all the organizers of the Venture Day. It was a brilliant event, and I think the quality of the pitches that all the finalists presented just goes to show the level of people studying at IE. So big thanks to the university, the organizers, and the fellow teams that pitched. And make sure to check us out if you ever want to buy yourself a refurbished electric scooter.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Ride. I will check you out for the electric scooters. And also just congratulations to the finalists and to everyone taking part in this ceremony. You've done an amazing job, and Alison, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Caroline. Wow, every year our students impress more and more. And thank you so much for coming back, Caroline, and being here once again and back at IE. And congratulations to Ride. You rocked the house last week at Venture Day, and I look forward to seeing how you soar even higher in the future. And now, before the speeches from your deans, the Best Teacher and Student Awards, and the presentation of your diplomas, we connect you with an alum from each of your individual programs to continue this great celebration from
Dear Dean, Program Directors, Professors, parents, but most importantly, dear students. I am deeply honored and humbled to be speaking with you today as an IE alumni. And of course, I would like to start by saying congratulations. You made it. Today, you reached the end of this beautiful yet challenging journey at IE. A journey that has surely left a strong mark on your past, and that will definitely help define your future. A future that I can assure you is full of incredible personal and professional opportunities for all of you. I know, it is scary to think that the time has come for you to step into the unknown. But the end of your path at IE is nothing more than the beginning of the next chapter. Let me first take you a step back and ask you to compare the person you were at the moment you started at IE with the person you're now, and to reflect on all the changes, whether big or small, that you have gone through. Do you see a difference? When you all and I started at IE, we had a blank slate in our hands, ready to be written. I remember the exact moment of my arrival, my fear, my insecurities, the excitement, and I remember the moment I graduated. Still me, but I was a completely different person. IE helped me to find out what I wanted to write on my blank slate, to figure out who I was and who I wanted to become. And I am sure this is the case for most of you. Now, having finished your time at IE, you have been given a different blank slate to write on. You will slowly discover your next path in this continuously changing and uncertain world, and the footprint that you want to leave. But let me give you a piece of advice. While building your future and achieving the great goals that I am sure you all have in mind, don't forget to enjoy the little things that put a smile on your face each day. Indeed, life will teach you that finding yourselves and building the person that you want to become entails much more than finding the job that you want to do, the firm that you want to work for, or the place where you want to live. These are important things, but they change as we go through our lives. Your memories will not just be built based on your big achievements, but on the little steps that you took to get there. The impact that you have on society will not just be determined by the potential creation of a new invention, but by the good that you are able to do for the people around you. And this is something that will define you. The moments that you have shared with your friends at IE, the moments that you have lived with your families back home, the lessons that you have learned from the IE professors that have been supporting you throughout this time. All these moments that you have shared with so many different people from diverse backgrounds are something that you should treasure for life. I know this year hasn't been easy for many of you. The health crisis has made us all slow down in the vibrant, active and stressful lives that we used to have, and that some of us love. We all had and continue to have moments in which we wonder if our lives will ever go back to a pre-pandemic state. But today, on this special day, I will ask you to look at things from a different perspective. I will ask you to focus on the many things that you have and forget all the things that the health crisis has taken away from you. If we take a different perspective, we may find out that our feeling of stress actually disappears and is replaced by a smile on our face. And this is because there are things that the health crisis cannot take away from us. This is the smile that we put in our faces when getting to class, even if virtually or with a mask. It is the words of support that we are able to give to the friends, colleagues, or others who need it. It is the positive state of mind that we choose to live in, no matter how hard life becomes or the barriers that are built in front of us. And this is why I would tell you to fight for your goals and strive your best to make your dreams come true. But bear in mind that life sometimes guides us towards a different path, and that this path is not necessarily worse, but only different. Our impression on a particular event or decision will always depend on the perspective from which we choose to look at it. Sometimes we just have to trust that everything in life happens for a reason, even if sometimes it takes time to understand why. And we need to make the choice to keep going, confident that everything will come at the right time. Therefore, take this big day and make it as good as it can be. Take the time to think about all the friends you have made, the international community you have become part of, the moments in which your smiles could not be bigger or in which your laughs could not be louder. Think on the classmate who supported you throughout your toughest period at IE, the professor who became a role model for you, the person that you want to be, not only in the future, but in your day-to-day life. Because you are the only person who can define who you are and who you want to be. When I think of someone that I admire, I think of my grandfather. One of my favorite moments of the day was the daily call that we used to share every morning before I entered the office. He used to tell me, "Nieves, be always a good person." This simple sentence resonates deeply with me and has marked my outlook of life. I now share it with you as a gift that will hopefully contribute to guide you in the future. I think that you all have the power and capability of doing great things. And you will define the new future that we are now starting to witness. But when doing it, don't forget to live up to your values and to focus every day on the many positive things that surround you. Class of 2021, it has been a great pleasure to speak with you today, and I sincerely congratulate each and every one of you for having reached the finish line in this beautiful journey. And now, I pass the word to our Dean, Soledad Atienza.
Thank you, Nieves, for your introduction. Dear graduates, families, and friends, it is an honor for me to have the opportunity to address to you in such an important day for the IE community. Making the decision of studying a master at IE during the most challenging year ever already makes you stand out in the crowd. You have already done things in a different way, and you have taken a step forward in your career. I know that you will take with you many lessons learned, experiences, friends, and memories from this academic year. Now, I want to invite you to think of those little things that have made a difference for you, those small details that have made an impact in you. Maybe one case that was extremely complex, maybe one classmate that made you change your mind over the solution to a legal problem, maybe one faculty member or someone from the staff team. Because it is the addition of your amazing faculty that bring to class the real-life legal problems, the outstanding and diverse student body, and the committed IE staff that have made your experience such a unique one. I would like to challenge you to think of your future professional career and to think of those small things that you can make in order to make an impact. To make an impact in your co-workers, an impact in your client, or in your company or institution, and finally, an impact in society. As you have experienced this year, it all starts with small things that eventually adds to something bigger. How can you help your colleagues at work? How can you be a better team player? How can you better listen to your clients? Let me now switch to Spanish, as our graduates represented a very diverse community and include lawyers and professionals from different nationalities. Me gustaría reconocer el gran esfuerzo que todos habéis hecho este año y que os ha traído hasta aquí hoy. La satisfacción que hoy tenéis de haber llegado hasta aquí es la satisfacción por haber superado un gran número de retos a lo largo de un curso, adaptándoos a la metodología de enseñanza de IE, aprendiendo a trabajar en equipo, trabajar bajo presión, a poner en práctica nuevas habilidades profesionales. Y quiero recordarlo porque han sido muchas las pruebas a lo largo de muchos meses las que habéis tenido que superar con éxito para alcanzar este diploma tan merecido. Y por este gran esfuerzo os felicito a todos. Es un orgullo para nosotros, para nuestra Escuela de Derecho, contar con esta promoción de graduados de los másters de Derecho. Máster de Acceso a la Abogacía, Máster de Abogacía PwC, LLM in International Business Law and Global Corporate Compliance. En este curso, todos habéis comprobado que sois capaces de trabajar y aprender de una manera diferente y en una situación adversa. Me gustaría que tuvierais hoy esto muy presente, porque a lo largo de vuestra carrera os volveréis a encontrar con situaciones complicadas, adversas o de incertidumbre, y en esos momentos os ayudará recordar cómo fuisteis capaces de estudiar asignaturas de contabilidad y de finanzas, cómo fuisteis capaces de preparar los exámenes orales, cómo fuisteis capaces de trabajar tan intensamente con compañeros tan diversos. Os quiero animar a que seáis capaces, a través muchas veces de pequeños gestos, de pequeños esfuerzos, de llevar a cabo grandes cambios para vosotros y para los que os rodean. Y que el año que habéis pasado en IE os sirva de inspiración para esto. El mundo profesional que os espera es altamente competitivo y complejo, pero vosotros estáis en la mejor situación posible para afrontarlo, y lo estáis tanto por lo que habéis aprendido de derecho, de fiscalidad, de cumplimiento normativo, por lo que habéis aprendido sobre vosotros mismos en este año. We need legal professionals prepared to address global challenges, and we believe this new environment calls for a global legal education. At iLaw School, you have been trained to become a professional with the necessary knowledge and skills to navigate this dynamic international environment. Lawyers, as architects of society, are called to contribute to solve global social problems. With that same commitment and passion that you have studied and worked this academic year, I encourage you to contribute to society by making small changes that will finally have a greater impact. Late Justice of the US Supreme Court Ruth Bader Ginsburg said, "Real change, enduring change, happens one step at a time." Finally, let me wish you the best of luck. I am confident that you will succeed in your professional career and you will contribute to society. At iLaw School, we are proud of you. This is your law school, your university. And now, Martín Quintero will give the student speech.
Thank you, Soledad. Let me take you back to a fall morning, almost 1 year ago in María de Molina 11. We all walked into a white building in a new, wondrous city, full of unknown faces, nervously introducing ourselves to each other as our worlds continue to be ravaged by change. We are ready to begin a year of school, ready to improve ourselves, to get ahead in our own journey towards excellence. Now we are here, surrounded by friends and family, happy to have reached this graduating day and excited about what the future may bring. Yet, as we reach this point, I must admit to having trouble with the mixed feelings such a day brings. Don't take me wrong. Like many of you, I'm excited for what's next. But I cannot fail to look back at the last year, however hard it may have been, and smile. Oh, and what a year it was. Like a few of you here today, I arrived to Madrid on a January morning in 2020, ready to take on the challenge this city presented to me. At the time, our focus was always on the next big thing, the final tests and projects, the networking and the foreign trips, and so the days passed by in a blur. We were living for the future, focused on what was coming next, never stopping for the day. And then, the world stopped. We lived the pandemic together, but in our own way. Each of us had a unique and different story. For close to 2 months, I was alone in my small apartment in Las Ventas. My world reduced to 2 rooms and a kitchenette. The small screen of my computer, my sole gateway to the rest of the world. In the calm of the storm that this solitude brought, I realized it was the small moments that most imprinted on my memory. The nervous smiles of my classmates as we met for the first time, grabbing a beer after class, midnight walks back towards Salamanca from nights out in the town, even the park where some of us had met up to study. So as we came out of that first wave, I think many of us realized that it was the collection of small moments that builds up our life into something special. So when the chance came, I think none of us had any doubts. The world was giving us a blank slate, a chance to rediscover the small pleasures in it, and we would be mad to not seize the day. And so, as the year got on its way, COVID couldn't stop us. All of us came to a new Madrid, as changed people, ready to make the most of it. Throughout our programs, we faced many trials and tribulations. No matter if we were face-to-face or online, we made the best of a very unusual year. These programs challenged us in ways unexpected. Our core coursework tested our capacity to work with groups composed of people of profoundly diverse backgrounds, experiences, and ways of working, while new tools like Zoom provided us with both parts of delight and frustration. Our small set of buildings became a battleground of ideas, passions, and aspirations, as we challenged each other to be the best we could be, helping to build each other up with an open ear and an outstretched hand. We moved out into the electives, each one going on their own way, and I began to miss the faces that had accompanied us throughout this year, that ever-present hand-racing, note-taking, and exam panicking that built up the pieces of every school day. So our year in Madrid during these times made us love it more and more. Many of us had thought of using it as a base, ready to cross borders and take Europe by storm during our year here. While COVID and even a landmark snowstorm may have made this difficult, it gave us the chance to discover something deeper in its streets. From coffee runs against the clock to La Muca, to getting the most special at Macan, we made María de Molina our playground, whether it be keeping the green side up at a Brazilian rodízio, or celebrating our triumphs with Harak at Dulivan, or dancing in our seats in places from Casa Suecia to Pica Lagarto, we did our best to bring the world to Madrid. And whenever we needed a taste of Spain, we had those great discussions over tapas and cider at El Tigre to bring us back to the cornerstone of our great story in Madrid. And so, despite the curfews, the lockdowns, the quarantines, and all of these little moments, these little threads that made the tapestry of our story in Madrid managed to bring us closer, personally, than I think anyone could have thought so. It was in these moments where we rediscovered ourselves through the eyes of our friends. Through these connections, we were able to see the mundane, the 1,000 little wonders that fill every day in a new way. We came to Madrid as strangers and leave it with long-lasting friendships, both within and outside our IE community. And so as we come to this warm July day, this end of our great journey together, I have only one thing left to say. Take a moment to breathe in and reminisce on every day we spent together, on those little moments that shaped us from the strangers we were to the brethren we are now. Who could have imagined on that warm fall morning so many months ago that we would be feeling so many emotions on this day? Our time together taught us so much about ourselves and how to bring the best out of each other, because only by building together a community around us can we withstand any challenge the world can throw at us. Remember this as we take the steps into whatever fate has for us next. Be open to change, be kind to others, and be ready to cherish the little moments that make your next great journey. So together, friends and family, let's give a round of applause to our graduating class and to all those who helped us reach this day. Clap like we clapped on the evenings of 2020. Clap to remember and clap to celebrate. Congratulations. And now I give the floor again to our Dean, Soledad Atienza.
Muchas gracias, Martín. Y por fin vamos a dar paso a la entrega de premios y diplomas. Premio al mejor profesor. Los nominados son Ramón Draque Martínez, Javier Muñoz Martínez, Tomás Pelayo Muñoz. Y el premio al mejor profesor es para Ramón Draque Martínez. Felicidades, Ramón.
Muchas gracias, Soledad. Gracias por estar con Tomás y Javier, una terna estupenda. Gracias al Instituto de Empresa y gracias a mis alumnos o a mis antiguos alumnos en este año o en este curso tan peculiar y tan especial. Gracias a todos.
Muchas gracias, Ramón, y enhorabuena por este premio. Y ahora, el premio al mejor alumno. Los nominados son y el premio al mejor alumno es para... Felicidades a todos los ganadores. Y ahora procedemos a la entrega de los diplomas a los graduados.
Master in Global Corporate Compliance LLM. Andrés Acebras Alba. Marina Anderson. Ongi Pis Asala Oloyola. Francesca Bianchi. Marcela Cubillos Salcedo. Paola de la Torre Neider-Hitman. Francisco Eduardo Garay Miranda. Daisy Sara Kendrick. Jonta Faith Leburu. Fátima Zora Mimuni. Marta Moreno Galindo. Eugenia Dambile Muale. Maricruz Ortiz Castro. Guillermo Ron Mesa. Ansgar Rudloff. Fernanda Soares Medeiros. Máster en Emprendimiento y Tecnología LLM. Cristina Arcas Rubio. Irache Arrigaín García. Julián Calero Calatayud. Íñigo Echevarría Ruet. Olaya García Rodríguez. Cristina Martín Méndez. Isabel Núñez Ruiz. Carlota Romeu Sandoica. Sofía Tomás del Cerro. Mafalda Vizcaíno Martín. José Zúñiga León York. LLM in International Business Law. Alejandro Almendáriz Esmal. Rocío María Cabanellas. María Soledad Díaz Pérez. Charlene Desigué Dudú. Fernando John Friedman Jr., Claudia Isabel Carmen Gelen, León Heusen, Ana Gabriela Joaquín Rejón, Mohamed Karoubi, Jan Kumper, Kiara Mesuger Basil, Nina Anita Moradi, Andrea Carolina Pineda Aguilar, Joao Pires Rafael, Yuna Rexa, Pamela Nicole Robles Nava, Carlota Schroeder, Giacomo Nicola Stefanini, Jan Willem Bellman, Carl Edward Bildenby Rastad. The following students are having a double degree: Elisa Martínez Toribio, Anastasia Paevskaya, Martín Antonio Quintero Fer, Miguel Ángel Tavera. Máster en Asesoría Jurídico-Fiscal de Empresas para PricewaterhouseCoopers, LLM. Ana Aguirre Arias, Carolina Arauzo Casedas, Sara Calzado Pablo, Cristina Cabero Bernardo, Patricia Clar Ramírez, Pablo Fernández Hernández, José María García Álvarez, María Herrero Martínez, Sofía Ibor Zárate, Eduardo Juanes Rubert, Íñigo Lapresa Abascal, Carlos López Alonso, Carla Aroa Manzano Vilches, Nicolás Migoya Bernaola, Berta Molina García, Marta Ortiz Algarra, María del Pilar Pastor de la Torre, Valeria Beatriz Ribes Ramos, Macarena Roldán Tijeras, Pablo Rubio Martín, Ainhoa Sáenz Cortabarría Morales, Carmen Soto Gómez, Cecilia Talbojeazcoa Aguirrezábal, Natalia Abad Puello, María Elena Armenteros de la Fuente, Olaya Casina Astorquiza, Manuela de Cló Domecq, Alejandro Espín González, Ana Guerrero Quevedo, Laura Rey Escribano, Beatriz Rodríguez Suárez, Isabel Gema Rodríguez Ferrero. Máster en Asesoría Fiscal de Empresas LLM. Carmen Ávila Gómez, Ignacio Bailo Alonso de la Florida, Joan Valle Bauza, Andrea Ballester Parnós, Alfonso Brandín Clastre, Fernando Calvo Arriero, Paula Campos Arranz, Pablo Cerdán Alemani, Luis de Alvear Núñez Villaveirán, Ana de Benito García de Parada, Álvaro Díaz Sánchez, Alfonso Echevarría Rojas, Zoraida Gamarra Ayllón, Ginés García Acebo García, Cristina García Vallaure Fernández, Rafael García Villanova Sanguinetti, Alejandro Jimeno Cebriá, María González López, Ignacio González del Hierro Velo de Antelo, Javier Hernández Guerra, Carmen Jiménez Cordón, Iris Lanz Arruti, Fernando Luque Martínez, Ana Miñambres Medina, Andrés Muñoz Martín, Begoña Rodríguez González, Álvaro Romero Martínez, Sara Ruiz Fernández, Rodrigo Sánchez Sobrini, Virginia Santos Navarro, Álvaro Serra Alonso, Joaquín Verdegay Santana, Alejandra Espino Olivares, Marina Quirante Celdrán. The following student is having a double degree: José Antonio González Serrano, Máster en Asesoría Jurídica de Empresas LLM Section 1, Julia Alfaro Fernández, Javier Vaquero Sánchez, Paula Castro García, Lide de Goicoechea Martín, Paloma de los Mozos Velasco, Cristina Ferrer Roig, Gabriel García Antúnez, Daniel Garrido Lozano, Miguel Garrido Luque, María Julia Maroto Serrano, Álvaro Martín Sierra, Manuel Puig Amutio, Paula Riesco Peña, Carlos Roca Fernández del Moral, Isabel Sabín del Río, Clara Tornero de Diego. Máster en Asesoría Jurídica de Empresas, LLM, Section 2. Paula Álvarez López, Juan Amengual Tomás, Laura Amor López, Enrique Aparicio Caparrós, Marta Araujo Martínez, Patricia Baixauli Guillot, Francisco Barquero Arroyo, Pablo Bonet del Pozo, Jorge Cantarapiedra Moreta, Santiago Chamochín de Az, Mariana Cudós Castelló, Juan de Juan Mas, Alberto de Juan Enseñat, Jaime Fernández Bermejo, Miguel Antonio Fernández Montels Rama, Rodrigo García Ávila, Beatriz Izquierdo Ortiz, Rubén Jiménez Pinedo, María Landín Ortega, Elena Mañas Anzuategui, Blanca Martínez Cortés, Beatriz Martínez Pérez Uría, Julia Moreno Moreno, Lucía Moreno Iglesias, Marta Mundina Camps, Irene Ortega de Mingo, Jorge Parada Chacón, Isabel Parra Civera, Álvaro Pasamontes González, Jaime Reynoso Martínez, Mariano Renedo Laguna, Fernando Rodríguez Casado, Marta Roy Alba, Ana Romero Rato Rodríguez, Álvaro Silva López, Francisco Soriano Rubio, Bartolomé Vargas Tirado, Ana Vila Rodríguez, Iciar Zubiaga San Juan. Máster en Asesoría Jurídica de Empresas Bilingüe LLM Section 1. Pablo Aguilar Romero, Carlos María Alexandre Cornejo, Elena Cobo Abarca, Lucía Esteban Ahijado, Álvaro Farrás Aumesquet, María Fernández, Leticia García Gallardo Martínez, René Gerbolés de las Heras, José Álvaro Jiménez Barrios, Laura Gutiérrez Semper, Juan Ignacio Landecho Canosa, Paula Leoz Evangelio, Luis Francisco Maldonado Arpón de Mendivil, Antonio Marzano, Francesco Macha, Cristina Noblejas del Castillo, Javier Pereña Rego, Gerardo Pérez Garbín, Carlos María Pinedo Texidor, Ana Ramos y Salas, Andrés Rego Lorca, Miguel Romero Durán, Almudena Rubio Pastor. Máster en Asesoría Jurídica de Empresas Bilingüe LLM Section 2. Rocío Acebal Doval, Gabriel Paolo Ayón Vicunta, Roque Botas Armero, Miguel Ernesto de Armas Alonso, Nerea Díaz de Frutos, Álvaro Escudero Álvarez de Estrada, Javier Fernández Becerra Sánchez Zendal, Andrea García García, Alejandro Gordo Díaz, Camilo Jaramillo Samper,
Diego Merino Pereda,
Lucas Movilla Mariño, Cristina Moya García, Maite Pérez Bucar, María Isabel Pérez Tobarro, Sofía Pérez Ansa, Juan Presmanes Tejada, Beatriz Rivera Tellechea, Claudia Sicre Marín, Mercedes Talavera Oliva, Carlota Vales García, Carlos Vergara Guzmán, Máximo Antonio Villegas Gutiérrez Argumosa.
Gaudeamus et tu, Juvenes sumus, Gaudeamus et tu, juvenescum sumum, apposicunta juventutem, pos molestam senectutem, nos abebitumus, nos abebitumus. Passinta, vivat academia, vivat professores, vivat academia, vivat professores, vivat membrum qualibet, vivat membra qualibet, semper sint in flore, semper sint in flore. Let's fly. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, let's swing. Congratulations, everyone.
That was incredible. The awards, you, our graduates, and your dean's words of encouragement. Amazing. Thank you to everyone. I want to take this last opportunity to once again congratulate you. It has been a tough year, and the months and years ahead are bound to be challenging as well. But you have come as far as you have, and you will continue to do great things. I hope you remember to share those great accomplishments and your ongoing learning with your alma mater and with your fellow alumni. Congratulations, class of 2021, you did it. But wait, before you go, we have a surprise for you from the IE Music Club for this very special celebration. Thank you, and hasta luego.
I want to break free.
I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I've got to break free. God knows I want to break free. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love for the first time. This time I know it's for real. I'm falling in love. God knows I'm falling in love. It's strange, but it's true.
I can't life still goes on.
I can't get used to living without you by my side. I don't wanna live alone.
God knows, got to make it on my own.
So baby, can't you see?
I've got to break free.
I've got to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It was gold.